Good morning. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. So, Mary's going to take it away with what we have going on with weather and water, and then I'm going to go ahead and tell you what's going on for today and what's going on out here for a little bit of trail chatter. So, Mary, you ready?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, good morning, everybody. Right now in Blairsville, it is 53 degrees and clear. Today, we're going to have a high of 70 with plenty of sunshine. And then tonight, 47 degrees, clear to partly cloudy. Winds are going to be between 5 to 15 miles per hour today and tonight. Right now in Blairsville, it is 53 degrees and clear. And then today up on Blood Mountain, the highest mountain on the Appalachian Trail here in Georgia, we're looking at 63 for a high, and it's going to be sunny. So everybody that's summiting that mountain today, you are going to have a great view. Winds are going to be 10 to 15 with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. And then tonight, 48 degrees, mostly clear, 5 to 10 miles per hour. And again, gust 25 miles per hour. Water is good. Make sure you top off at Hawk. That way you get through to Justice Creek. Excuse me. And then check your branches and limbs as you're setting up. We have had some high winds, so you want to make sure there's nothing loose and falling down. All right, Donald, I'm going to turn it over to you now, and we can talk about some other stuff that's going on out here.
That's great. Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
Good job, man. All right, sweet. So it is 5:23:25, and I think it's like 5:30.
6.
Quarter till 6, guys. All right, and so in the Shenandoahs, from what I understand, we are having some norovirus outbreaks going on. And so be extra careful, washing hands, not huddled together, or trying to stay, within a certain distance away from each other. Don't share food, man. Don't use someone else's utensils. And just be super clean, man. Also, I believe norovirus cannot be killed or washed away with alcohol.
No, you have to use soap and water.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to really just to keep clean, man, and safe from the norovirus, because I've had it twice. I got it from a hiker that puked in our car in 2017. There was a norovirus outbreak, and honestly, I thought it was coming from Lance Creek. And so that's where I pinpointed it. It was somewhere between Springer Mountain. And so every time we dropped someone off, we would ask them to tell us where they got water from. And then we weeded out so every person that came down through into Neil Gap was getting sick. They were blaming it on Neil Gap, actually, on the food there, man, or something. It's still in Gut Hooks, actually, it was Gut Hooks back then, but it's in Far Out. If you go back far enough into the Neil Gap, the mountain crossings, what is it called?
Where people leave comments.
Yeah, the comment section, you'll read about this incident that took place, and it happens every year, actually, but in 2017, it was bad. And so we pinpointed it to Lance Creek. I also thought it was Long Creek Falls, but we told people not to drink from these certain places, and the people that didn't drink from it, that came down into the gap, didn't get it. But the people that did drink from Lance Creek and like Long Creek did get the norovirus. And I had one guy that called me like a week later. And he was like, dude, I drank from Lance Creek and from Long Creek, man, and I got so sick, bro. And so I think it was still Lance Creek. But I got the norovirus from that dude. And then I got it from another kid, man, that was laying on Poor Mountain, man. He was with his brother. And he called us. We were up at Hog Pen. And he called us a little ways in. He's like, man, I don't feel good, dude. He's like, I'm going to try to walk down to Low Gap with my Low Gap shelters 5 miles from Hog Pen. So he was like, I'm going to try to walk down into Low Gap shelter with my brother. And then, hopefully I make it there and I'll rest there. Well, he didn't make it there. He made it to Poor Mountain, man, about 3 miles in, I think, or 2.5, 3 miles in, and called us. And we were back all the way across town, actually. I was going to take a nap. And he ended up calling us, and he was laying down. We walked in, hiked in, man, and found him laying on the side of the mountain with his backpack, man. And this thing was loaded down. It was a 65, I think, Atmos or something, man, on spray. And he had this thing it was loaded with water. And I lifted his pack up, man, and it was so like off balance, man, and just packed wrong. And he had all this heavy stuff. I was like, dude, what are you doing, man? And he's like, oh, well, I just brought water. And it was a kind of a drought year too. 2016 was a huge drought year out here. It was bad, man. I have pictures of Long Creek, man. I haven't seen it that bad in years, man. It was like a little trickle, man. And so, yeah, it was bad, man. And so 2017 was kind of the same, man. We were just coming out of kind of that drought, man. And so cats were carrying their water a long ways. And I find that a lot of people do that anyways. They just carry a lot of water, man. And this dude was carrying like a gallon and a half, I think. I couldn't, but I dumped it all out and we walked him out of the woods, man. And I caught norovirus that time also. And so it is a super vicious virus. And I puked a few times. I lost it. And normally I don't I don't throw up usually, but that stuff, man, had me hard, dude. And it hits hard. It's like, boom.
Yeah. It's like 1 second you feel okay, and the next second you're like dying. You know, it's just like that quick.
Well, the dude we picked up from Neil Gap, I'm sorry, I skipped over this, but we picked him up from Neil Gap, the dude with norovirus, man. And we picked him up, and we didn't know that he had norovirus yet. And so he's just like, I'm sick and I ate a pizza. And so we pick him up at Neil Gap, man. It's like 7 o'clock at night, or it's dark anyways, man. So we get him in the car and he's not feeling good. I was like, hey, man, you want to stop at a store and grab a couple ginger ales and Gatorades? Because he needed to go back to Deep Gap to his vehicle where he had parked it. He came down and was going to hike back to his vehicle at Deep Gap. And this is during through season also. And so there's like snow, it's cold. And so we pick him up, man, we get him into the car. We get down to Circle K, I think, in Blairsville, the first one, when you're coming down 129 into town, there's a little Circle K right there. We pick him up his Gatorade and his ginger ale, get him back in the car. This guy guzzles the Gatorade. I mean, just pounds it, man. Like he hasn't had anything to drink in like a year, and so he starts, and so we drive all the way up to Hiawassee, which is probably a good 25 minutes away, but we get to 68. Now, 68 takes you into North Carolina to Route 64, so it connects 515 or Appalachian Highway in Georgia, 68, you take a left onto it and you drive into North Carolina and you get up to 64, you take a right onto 64 and drive about probably 15 miles, I think, man, till you get to 71, which takes you down to Deep Gap. And so, anyways, on the in-between on 68, this dude needs to puke. He's like, I gotta throw up, man. I'm like, well, hold on, bro. And so we gave him bags too. We're like, puke in the bags, man. This dude didn't do that, man. All of a sudden, man, this dude projectile pukes, man. And it splatters all over Mary's seat, man. Just the back of it. It was disgusting. It was straight up Gatorade. And so anyways, and we tried to pull over, man. It was bad, man. And so I ended up getting sick from that because I cleaned that up, actually. We got him up the Deep Gap, dropped him off, went straight to a place, man, and started to scrub this car clean, man. And so I couldn't even believe it, man. But that's the story of the 2017 dude.
Dude. Yeah.
And so throughout the years now, we've picked up other people. We also picked up the dude up at Cooper Gap, Tom Hafer, man. He actually wrote a book and wrote about us in this book, man. Right. It was called, what was that book called?
Boy, I'd have to think about that for a second.
I got it here somewhere, man. But and then our insurance agent brought it up. He's like, man, I was on the internet looking you up, man, and I found a book, dude, with you guys in it talking about how. So we were driving along, man, and we're rolling down. So I used to ride with Mary in this little blue suit back in 17, man. So we're tooling down the road, man, USFS 42, right? We're just tooling down, man. We're new, man. We don't know anything or much, man. And so we're using USFS 42 a lot to scream down through, man. And we don't do that anymore, but back then we did. And so we get to Cooper Gap, man, and there's a guy standing on the side of the road. So we pull over, man. We're like, hey, dude, because he looked like he was
looked like he was gonna fall over.
Yeah, he was haggard, man. And so we pull over and we're like, "Hey, dude, you all right, man?" He's like, "Man, I'm really sick, dude. I need to get to a town or a hotel." So we bring him to the Seasons Inn, man, and we find out that he is a pastor, I believe, man. He's out there doing like some soul searching. That's what it's called, Soul Man. Yeah, man. So he's out there soul searching, man, and we drop him off there, and we brought him a bunch of bananas and
brought us
Diet
some soda,
Coke and
yes,
stuff,
yes.
man. And we found out that he actually wrote a book and he sent us the book and stuff. He's a super cool dude, man. We still talk to him today.
We now have 3 of his books.
Yes, dude. We have a bunch of them, man.
And
And
he sent us another one. And then there was a hiker that I had picked up. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. We got to talking, and they had actually mentioned him. And I said, well, we had picked him up, and he put us in his book. And they're like, well, here's another book of his, and they
I
gave it to
remember
me.
that. Yes, dude.
Yep.
So he does a bunch of like stuff down in Florida, man. He does a lot of good. The guy's a good dude, man. And so it was definitely a blessing to find this dude on the side of the road, man. But he wrote about that in the book, man. We've had a couple people write us in books and send us them in. It's kind of cool, man, to see that.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, isn't it, man? Yeah, it's really cool. But so we brought Tom into town, man, and we've been friends with him ever since. And that was in 2017. He had norovirus too. He was sick as a dog.
He was.
It was bad, man. So, but that's what we have going on out here right now. Some norovirus, man. So be very careful out here, guys, man. Okay. And next we have Jordan. He's up at Fontana Dam. He's going to Deep Gap today, and then he'll head down to Dix Creek, Stanimals, actually, to pick up a rider and get them back to the airport. And so we dropped him off a couple weeks.
No, I dropped them off last weekend.
Okay, so last weekend we dropped them off, and they made it up to their goal, and now they're heading home. So we're going to pick them up at Stanimals and get them back to Atlanta Air. And then Mary's going to be going to Amicalola Springer. And then we're going to be working some of the BMT today with a customer that we have been assisting for a while now, actually, maybe a year.
At least a year.
Yeah, they come down and take a little bite off of the BMT and then head on home. And so that's what we have going on today, and I think that's about it.
That's all I have for right now. Of course, I'll be out taking pictures, getting videos, finding out anything else that's going on out here, like always. And, we'll continue with our day with other things we have to do.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to find a t-shirt place actually that will build or create our shirts, man. I'm searching right now, but I knew a few spots, like the spot we used to go to down in Blairsville. It's unfortunate that, they're a smaller company. I'm looking for something bigger that does bulk for a cheaper price. That way we can sell for cheaper. And so, and then I will be also, we've had a lot of schedulings, lots of phone calls coming through. I'm trying to get this thing working, man. It is interesting. I'm going to try another app. Yeah, I paid for this app that's like $30-$40 a month, but luckily I only did a week long, so I wanted to try it out. But I feel like I think there's easier apps to use. We'll see. But that's my day, is answering the phone, taking care of riders, making sure everyone's okay, and then trying to get this old bird running. Hopefully I get it running today. Who knows? Right, man? And so, but do you have anything else you'd like to say, my friend?
No, I'm good.
Sweet. So I didn't want to end it like that, man. But if anyone has anything at all that they need from Mary and I, man, that has to do with hiking or anything around here for outdoor activities, for outdoor enthusiasts or like-minded people, man, feel free to give us a call and we'll do our best to help you. Do not have to buy a ride from us or buy anything from us. We just like to help out. So if anyone needs anything at all, man, give us a jingle. All right. Thank you. One love. Peace.